it was going to be rough.
All right, so we have one final set. It's been decently long time. This is actually, we're jumping in time all the way to week 10.
Okay.
And this is Dark versus Tempest.
Okay. Gotcha.
All right, so this week's first map was Match Point, 2-player map.
Yeah, and this is one that we haven't. I feel like I haven't cast in a while. Obviously, this map. Okay, we've got a ZVT. So I really like ZVT on this map. Um, a lot of times you're gonna see two hatchery play. Oh well, here let's introduce the players first. Uh, our purple Zerg in the bottom left of match point is Tempest, or in this case, in-game username Tempesto.
And at the top, the brown Terran. It is DM, more commonly known as Dark.Matter.
Hmm. And so, what I was saying is, this map we see a lot of two hatchery play. Um, the natural is really good for meter harassment,
Right.
so you can see a lot of that. Terran wise, generally, I think you see a little more, not quite like 5 racks play, like a little more tech heavy. So it can get interesting. Sometimes you'll see early earlier vessels, or you can see drop ships because it is a very droppable main. It's a nice like big main with a lot of space you can't see. So
Right.
could see something like that.
Yeah, for sure. And the third gas is a little bit harder for Zerg to secure. So that's why I
Hmm.
think 2-hatch play is pretty good. And yeah, like you said, that abusable natural. Oops. Um, we've seen also a ton of Zerg players do Guardians on this map. It's almost become, it almost sort of expected to some degree. We just see so many Guardians in the CPL on this map. Because, of course,
Uh-huh.
2-hatch Muta and then transition to Guardian, quite common. And we see Dark.Matter going for a walled. So, being safe here.
Yeah, that's nice. Um, because a lot of times, two player map, you can see a lot of aggressiveness. So just going with that safe wall is nice. And we do have the pool. 12. It was a 12 pool after a early hatchery, so pretty standard stuff. We'll just have to pay attention to this gas timing.
And Dark.Matter is going for a rack CC.
Hmm.
So that CC pretty at a pretty decent time. If he defends it, then he's going to be in pretty good economic shape here. And we'll see if Tempest does go
Gas.
for gas. There we go.
Yep. And so he does have 400 minerals at the moment, though.
Yeah, I'm wondering what his plan is. If he's going to take his third or put it into
Third
something.
hatch in main. Let's hope he doesn't lose a drone here. Um,
Ooh,
he
loses a
loses a
drone.
drone. Yeah. Um, yeah, that's not what you want. So we have the third hatch coming up at the natural.
Okay, so that's not. The SCV is going to scout that though. So not the craziest thing in the world. 2-hatch or 3-hatch play, but in base hatch, going to be able to
Hmm.
get that production up pretty quickly. And Dark.Matter's moving his CC over. He of course built the CC on the built the CC in his main behind the wall, just being extra safe there. And
Yeah, just in case of any aggressiveness, doesn't want to get delayed.
right, and is getting a very fast +1 attack. So we could be
Yeah,
seeing
and we
something like
actually
a 5 racks.
and yeah, we actually never had a Maynard of the probes. I mean, of the drones to the second base. Um, we're sort of seeing a Maynard of the SCVs. Oh yeah, okay, we have. But that's sort of okay. I mean, there's an okay amount of drones here now, but
Okay, Ling's catching this SCV, or will they? Okay, it's actually going to get away, so Dark.Matter has not lost a SCV, I think. And actually, he lost one earlier.
yeah, he
This guy.
lost the scouting SCV. Okay, so
Right.
we have the academy and the second barracks coming up.
And with the really fast +1 attack, we could be seeing something like a... Ooh, I don't know. He's got the academy up as well. 4 racks, 5 racks, something like that. Or
Yeah,
early
we
push
could
out.
see something like that. But as of right now, he's just sort of holding this defensive posture. He's gonna get up a good amount of units. Stim is on the way. Probably gonna see a random medics next, and then could see a little push out. 3 racks at the moment. Obviously, we'll be waiting to see when he goes for that factory, because that will sort of indicate. Okay, yeah, 4 racks right now. So it's looking like a more
Okay, so
racks heavy. You know, as soon as we saw that early +1, that's immediately what you thought. Okay, we do have 5 racks. So this isn't generally, I don't think, considered like the standard on this map, but
it's
because this is sort of like a counter to like 3 hatch mutaplay,
right.
like the +1 5 racks. And this map is sort of known for its like aggressive Zerg builds, like the Spire's about to come up. But I think this will still be fine against it because he's got a solid Marine count, and early medics.
Yeah, so I think Dark.Matter, this is still a good build. Get your medics out pretty quickly. Get your +1 pretty fast. So
Yeah, +1 about to finish, and then uh, that crucial Marine range upgrade is about 3/4 done. So
eh, yeah,
that makes fighting mutas so much better for the Marines that we'll have to be watching out for that.
and there's 3 Sunkens, three Sunkens at the natural for Tempest. So that's a pretty standard number, and that's something for Dark. He forces that just with the presence of the 5 racks. He's checking to see if there's a third base up, and just seeing if there's any damage he can get with this good Marine push out.
Yeah, with this like slightly lower amount of Marines, only 8 Marines, and he's gonna leave 1 Marine there at that third. So what we could see something. Okay, the SCV is gonna scout at the bottom left, like sort of tucked in base. This could be the place where Tempest takes his third, though. Like, um, if he can't take it at the top, he might just want to take it there. And we just have the scan of the natural from Dark.Matter.
Okay, so the mutas are coming in here, and we'll see how much they can get done. They're poking in, getting some Marines of this group, but also taking some damage from the Marines as well.
Ooh, but it is nice that they should be able to take out these medics.
Yeah, losing the medics there is... Oh, one's going
He
to
leaves
slip
one
out.
medic. Yeah, that medic has some tails it's gonna tell when it gets back. But yeah, we've got Lurker aspect coming up. No third yet, so it's just sort of producing units. But there's a lot of idle larvae right now. I think that's because of how intense the micro is at the moment.
You're losing a couple Mutalisks.
Yeah, just so many Marines right now. I don't think it's...
So the interesting thing...
the starport just coming up.
With this +1 5 racks is it definitely prevents any damage that the mutas can get done. They did get some Marine kills, but it really prevents any economical damage from the Mutalisks. So, and he will have a really high Marine count out pretty quickly, and checked the presence of the third. So the 5 racks was a pretty good accomplishment, and now he's getting his starports on the way. So we're looking like a transition into SK Terran.
Yeah. Yes. Science facility and a second starport, like you said. Pretty looking pretty good for SK. So we had the second bunker out just because I think he saw no third and he thought, hey, maybe he's got early lurkers. Whoa, look at this third base location for Zerg.
Yeah, this is an interesting ninja base. Definitely not. I don't think Dark.Matter's gonna definitely sense this out. It might take him a little bit to realize this. Ooh, the Muta's gonna come in over this huge cloud of Marines. Gonna lose 2 Mutalists there. An unfortunate micro
Ooh,
for Tempest.
that lurker, only a single lurker on the ramp is probably not going to be good enough to hold this. Oh, and it doesn't get down.
Oh no.
It's going to get taken out by the Marine.
Does not burrow in time, and there was a scan, so great call from Dark.Matter.
Yeah, and these Marines, these Mutas cannot just engage. And you can't just do it with, jeez, look at all these overlords. Mid-map.
Wow. Just waiting.
Yeah, we just sort of, I think we're just going to maybe have to see like a all-in, but there's already 2 filled bunkers at the front.
It looks like Tempest is not going to try to re-get his third at home, and might just try to make something happen with this Lurker Ling Hydra, Lurker Ling Muta push.
But I think we can just see this like army sort of flank this attack.
Yeah, all those Marines there, they're pretty good pullback, engaging these lurkers. Needs to wait for a scan.
Yeah, do we have any vessels out? Okay, we do have 1. So I think he's just gonna take out those 2 lurkers.
Nice. Oh, actually, one of those lurkers got a really nice spine, but overall, Dark.Matter is just cleaning this up.
Yeah. Actually, surprisingly, the supply isn't that bad for Tempest, but I still think, like, the position he's in is really bad. Like, he doesn't have a third up. The Terran is starting his third first.
There's actually so many overlords just hanging around. He's gonna, if Dark.Matter is paying more attention, he could have sniped them. 2 are just gonna tuck away in the corner there, but that's a serious liability for Tempest just to lose all those overlords and then get supply blocked.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, like you don't just want overlords hanging around the map. It sort of looks like going against a Protoss with too many Corsairs.
Right.
And you want to spread them all out. So he does have lurkers, he does have mutas protecting this third, but the third hasn't even started yet.
He will just have to irradiate those lurkers. They are stacked, so we'll get 2 for 1.
Well, no, the
right.
splash damage doesn't affect them when
right.
they're already burrowed.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
But,
so
yeah, there's not enough here. Like, the Terran can. Oh, these mutas engaging.
Wow. Just going.
He could just defense matrix one of the. I don't know what the mana is though.
Yeah, I think he used it all up for the irradiates.
Even if it was inefficient though, you could sort of just do it.
He might just try to go for it here. Okay, this is actually just a misclick from Dark.Matter, but GG is called and Tempest will drop this game.
Yeah, as soon as you see only the 1 lurker, it takes too long to. Like the Marines can get up there even if they're not even stimmed, and they can just like walk up and surround it. So.
Right.
You need that 2 or 3 lurkers even.
For sure, and we are going to be moving on to Circuit Breakers next. Much bigger map. Rock SC in the chat saying, thanks for casting this. No problem, man.
Yeah, no problem. It's a pleasure to, cast some good games. So now we've got a ZVT on circuit breakers. We've got in the bottom right our orange Zerg Tempest.
And in the top, the blue Terran Dark.Matter.
And so I think from that first game we saw a standard a something we sort of weren't expecting, but it's not that out of the realm of possibility, was that +1 5-Rex play from Dark.Matter. But, it sort of countered the heavy Mutalisk play because it felt like those mutas were a little slower than the usual 2-hatch.
Hmm.
Like obviously he went for like you know what I mean. Like a lot
Yeah,
of times if you're going for that 2-hatch muta, then you're expecting it to get a little earlier than the Terran expects. Um, but he was able to counter that, and then the third base, that sneaky third base, was denied. So based off of that, I think Dark.Matter's got a nice little advantage here. Like he obviously he's a very strong Terran player. Um, so on this map where that +1 5-Rex is really strong, we could see a similar thing, or we could see, one of these tech-heavy builds that's common at the moment.
right. 111 or some early mech.
Hmm.
Been seeing more of that. Also drops as well.
Yeah, yeah. I felt like that last map drops are really strong on that, but like you could go for like an elevator play or something here.
Right.
Like elevator against the third base when they are going when they have lurkers on the ramp. That's really strong.
I don't know if you watched the Light versus Jadong KSL, but Light went for some pretty crazy dropping with battle cruisers
Hmm.
behind it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I still remember older stuff when guys I'm not sure if it was light. I remember who used to go for battle cruisers was Firebat Hero
Right.
in his ZVT. I think I remember a game where he beat Jaedong with a similar strategy. But yeah, like there's a lot you can do with dropships that sort of subvert the expected play and can make it like the in unpredictability is nice.
Yeah, and it's interesting how some of those old strategies are kind of making a comeback, especially battle cruisers. We're seeing them a lot more. Um,
Hmm.
Now, Dark.Matter's going for the CC on the low ground and did not wall, so he's a little bit vulnerable to early Zergling pressure. Probably will defend it just fine. It
Hmm.
looks like he's actually being annoying with this SCV here. He might get another drone. Okay, the drone will chase it away, but still being annoying, forcing a lot of drones to be pulled.
Yeah, Dark.Matter. Yeah, just the fact that he's able to do that and forcing Tempest to worry about a SCV running around possibly killing a worker is like it's so annoying and just like continually getting scouting information, of course, sees the third hatch.
So this will be third hatch in base.
Hmm. They've got immediate second racks from Dark.Matter, so we could see like a 2 racks academy, like a 2 racks um like a more aggressive build type. We'll have to see.
Yeah, no super fast eBay this time.
Hmm. Still could go for the eBay and go for that fast +1, but I think probably Academy here.
Yep.
Yep, top right. So probably a nice early push. Um, get a good round of Marines out of these 2 racks, and then get like 2 medics and just go. And this build is really strong, especially if you're able to deny some scouting. Um, if you're able to not let them see the academy or the second racks, then they might underestimate it. They might think, hey, he went +1 5 racks last game. He's probably upgrading +1 right now.
Right. Yeah. So he's not going to be spending any money into that. Probably will attack once he gets two medics out.
Uh-huh.
Most likely. And if Zerg doesn't have time, doesn't react properly, then they might not get any Sunkens down, and they could be in a bit of trouble. Or
Hmm. And
he,
then even if they do get Sunkens down, you can scout third bases, and they're probably not going to have Hydras out. to, or Hydralisk Den to make lurkers right off the bat. You can sometimes deny thirds, that sort of thing.
There's 2 medics on the way, stim as well. So shaping up to be a bit more normal of a timing. These lings are coming in here. They're in a weird angle. They're just dying. Didn't dive on the SCVs.
Yeah, he lost a couple Zerglings, killed one Marine. But he did get a couple of them bruised, so. But he might be able to tell from that early Marine count that something could be up with an early push. So let's see if he's got Sunkens coming down. Okay, so it looks like he's about to put 2 down. But okay, we've got a couple fire bats here even. This could be really strong. The thing I really like about having fire bats here is it pretty much negates the possibility of any pulls or anything as a last resort, because the fire bats will just shred drones.
Yeah, there are up to 3 creep colonies going down. We might even see another one possibly. So there's definitely going to be 2 up, and a third might be morphing.
But I think 2 Sunkens isn't enough versus this group. Like we need, if they can take out before this third finishes.
He's waiting though.
Yeah, I think this is going to be held. But still, forcing those Sunkens is not that bad. Spire, about 80% done. And the second gas is burning down for the Terran right now. Always something a little silly to see.
Yeah.
Let's see if he notices.
It's about 130 HP right now, so it could burn all the way. eBay is just finally coming up for Dark.Matter, so his upgrades will be delayed a bit.
Starport coming up. So if the second gas does burn down, it could be a pretty big deal for later tech, like into science vessels, because the delay on it would be really annoying. So we'll have to see. So he's just leaving. A lot of times what I see them do is when they build these early fire bats is they leave them at the locations because they just really destroy the drone. But it looks like he's left 1 Marine and 2 medics.
And interestingly, at Dark.Matter, I did go for a machine shop, so...
Ooh, yeah, he should get these 2 medics out of here, because they're going to be lost to the Mutalisks.
Okay,
he slips him out. That's good. But Tempest is looking for him.
Okay, this refinery, man, it's down to... Yep, it's going to burn down. He might have actually been... He was, like, in the process of pulling ASV over to repair it, and it just went down, so that'll be a good 30 seconds where he's not going to be mining gas.
Yeah, and that's really annoying for, like, your vessels and everything, like your gas-intensive units, which is a big deal when you've got 10 mutas sitting here. Can deny it even further, actually, if he, like, picks off that SCV.
Ooh, loses the Mutalisk there, just,
Yeah, flies the Mutalisk into the turrets, so that's always rough. Ooh, but this group in the bottom left is going to be able to deny the third.
Ooh, that's nice.
That's nice.
Yeah. Delaying the third this long is quite a big deal. Tempest is banking a decent amount of minerals, and he's getting lurker aspect, but he's assuming he's not going to have the economy to support it. Looks like Tempest...
Whoa.
The 2 medics...
What happened in the main that the Spire is about a third damaged?
Whoa.
It might have been a bit of a... it definitely wasn't Terran that did it.
Probably a misclick.
Yeah, it must have been a misclick. The damage can actually rack up even if it's like a drone or something. It could have just been a drone attacking the Spire for a long time.
Okay, that group of bio that was out on the map for Dark.Matter just got cleaned up by all those Mutalisks. So that's a nice pickup for Tempest, and now he will get his third up finally.
Yeah, and he's got the 2 Hydras that are going to be ready to turn into lurkers. Yeah, that's nice, but still that delay is pretty big.
Right. Now the tanks, Dark.Matter is starting tank production, so he's coming into this. We've seen Dark.Matter do this some where you're not committed to bio, you're doing some like 4 racks tank play. And tanks are pretty good if you know there's going to be more lurkers. But the one thing that's scary is the Muta clump is getting to be pretty big. So the push out. Okay, there's actually quite a few medics, but Dark.Matter's just got to be really careful with his push out.
Yeah. Yeah. It's all about like making sure. Yeah, you don't want anything too isolated because if you throw the medics and marines too far ahead, then you can get even like a hold position lurker. Luckily we do have vessels out. Gives him vision over that ledge, which means a lot of the the vision, the positional ability that the mutas have where they can go over ledges and everything is weakened by having that vessel there. And then obviously it spots lurkers.
Third CC just going down for Dark now in his main, and third just established for Tempest.
Actually, that could get picked off very easily by the mutas, but the mutas don't see it. Like, they could definitely delay that third CC quite a bit.
Okay,
Ooh, if he can pick off that tank, that's a big deal. Yeah, that's nice. There are still 2 tanks at the front, though. Ooh, this is too many lost units, I think.
Tempest lost a ton of lurkers, though.
Yeah.
Oh, but this is a bad engagement for Dark.Matter.
Yeah, he's trying to bait him into these 3 lurkers. Ooh.
Thing is, though, that Dark.Matter's force can just come and wrap around flank on these lurkers. Gets a irradiate off, and now
one lurker's irradiated and one is yellow. So there's, and just sort of throwing these units up here is not the most productive use.
Although,
okay, but we could see this vessel go down,
and the tank as well. Yep, vessel does go down, and the tank dies as well. So Dark.Matter's lost a lot here.
Okay. But he does take down that one lurker on his bridge, and he has he still has his third CC finished. He can float it over. But Tempest has been, delaying any sort of push by just continually attacking in. We'll have to see, what he's got. He has 2 lurkers at the ramp. He's got 3 sunkens and a couple lurkers. And he does have defilers. He has defilers and consumes about to finish.
And his third base economy he's not mining much yet, but now he does have some drones over there. IML just asked, what are these games for? These are CPL Season 2 games. We're casting and just kind of cataloging everything. The season has ended. We're getting these up, and this is from week 10.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, these are the the games that were either casted and not uploaded online, or not casted at all, and we just want to finish them all up so we have like a full archive of all the CPL 2 games.
So a good Dark Swarm there, hiding all that Zerg tech, but
one defiler did go down from the irradiate, so obviously as long as you can keep your
oh no!
Oh!
Just suicided 3 lurkers and a defiler there.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he Dark Swarmed that location instead of where all the lurkers were. We do have the Nidus up. But the third base is up and mining for our Terran.
Looks like he's going to lose some more lurkers here, unburrowed. Wow. Oof. And that was most of Tempest's army.
Yeah. Like, we have a single lurker right now. We could just have, like, a round of fire bats come out at this point. Like, there's not enough lurkers. Nidus goes down.
Okay, Scourge coming in are going to get one of the science vessels. There still is one, so detection will not be an issue here.
Oh, my bad.
It's fine.
Sorry about that.
It's all right.
Yeah, that one vessel going down. obviously it's so important keeping your vessels alive. Okay, we have a couple Zerglings harassing at the top, but there is a vulture up here. We
Yeah, Dark
could see sort of a
Dark.Matter is switching pretty fully into mech here. He's
yeah.
getting all his factories up and he's starting vulture production.
Hmm. Yeah, and as soon as you've got that, then you can start mining up. It's sort of oh,
Oh,
double drop ship into the main. Let's see what he can pick off. Could go for like a Defiler Man pick off. This could be really big because this is going to be really hard to wipe out unless you send a Defiler up there.
okay,
And
he
then we get
targeted
like
one Evo chamber and now he's going to be targeting the Defiler Mound and that will go down easily. He's not even stimming yet, I think. So,
yeah, having to pull the drones. I think with this amount of okay, well it's all going to come down to how if he evades this Dark Swarm or not. Ooh, the Defiler gonna go down.
oh, that one hero Marine there gunning that Defiler down. And
Uh-huh.
now this base looks like it's...
Yeah, I think the Hive will go down here, and I think this is about game. Like we've just got we've got a couple lurkers dying at the front to irradiates, and you're just getting so cost efficient once you start laying a bunch of mines and have science vessels out. You're literally trading these free spider mines and these the spell casting mana for gas units for the Zerg.
Right,
And
okay.
we've got a massive bank from Tempest. He can't spend all his money because he doesn't have any tech left.
Okay, so Dark.Matter's actually control just broke down with that drop force, but he did well enough with it already. He got so much damage done, clear out the
Uh-huh.
hive, and actually basically the entire main just got cleared out except for that macro hatchery. So well done.
And yeah, and actually it's still in here. Um, like it still just took out the spawning pool. He can't really produce any units, and we just have these vultures. This mech switch. He's going. He's double expanded. He's got the 12 o'clock and he's building the upper
Oh,
left.
just lost two defilers to a mine drag.
Yeah, and we're just gonna be able to see our Terran continually produce units. Tempest can't has to rebuild all his tech in his bottom left main. And we're just gonna see continual trading of like spider mines for like actual units for the Zerg, which is just you're getting so efficient, and it really negates ever the possibility of like ultralisks just roaming around the map because you've got so much. You have vision. You have like this is like a textbook time to mech switch.
Right, he's got his fourth established, which is his third gas, and also he's got his fifth based up in that secondary main. And Tempest, Dark.Matter's just all over the place with his vultures and mines. So yeah, there's not much he can do for Tempest, just because losing all that tech, he's got to start from scratch, and he's not mining a ton. Now vultures fight differently than bio. They can get they're really I mean they're 25 more minerals than a marine, but they can get thrown away quite easily. But the tanks are
Yeah.
the real damage dealer here, and they can just kill pretty much anything.
Well, yeah. The vultures obviously can. Yeah. Like this was an overwhelming army. They're not like as good as like say, uh, marine medic at like versus like a single lurker or something. But when you just have this like mass of vultures, even they can like go, they can just like run in, spread it all around and take out whatever. Um, once you've got enough of them.
Right. Yeah.
And
So
yeah, that was just a really well played game from Dark.Matter.
Dark.Matter will take that series 2-0, and that will be the final game. Hopefully, you know, there's always the nagging feeling. They're find out later, but you know that's for now. That's the final cast of CPL season 2, and stay tuned for season 3, guys. I'm sure it's coming
Mm-hmm.
out. I think there will be most likely polls and different things coming out to gauge the different ideas for season 3. There's definitely a lot of different ideas on the table.
Uh huh. Yeah, yeah. There's obviously a